Enrique Romero, the fine young Spanish wrestler from Fontana, California, meets Lord James Blears, a British Empire wrestling champion in this first event.
At 219 pounds from Fontana, Enrique Romero. And 230 pounds, the British champion from Manchester, England, Lord Blears. And the third man in the ring tonight is Joe Woods.
Pokey Joe Woods, the referee tonight, and that was Way Meadow, our ring announcer that you just saw in the ring. In this event, it's Enrique Romero, the pride of Fontana, California, a very promising young Mexican athlete that is really making great strides in the wrestling game. He meets the veteran Lord James Blears, the British Empire heavyweight wrestling champion, and for several years a real top-notch wrestler all over the world. Lord Blears drops his monocle out to one of the young fry in the ringside. Arm drag by Lord Blears. You're going to see plenty of clever wrestling in this match, as both boys lean very heavily on the scientific side, seldom if ever resort to any rough tactics whatsoever. Oh, and there's the speed of this young boy from Fontana. Watch him go. Oh, and almost gliding in the center of the ring. Lord Blears making that turn just in time to pivot away from Enrique Romero. And a toss off, and the cleverness of Blears, the agility as he rolls very smoothly back to his feet. Lord Blears' birthplace was Manchester, England. He played on the Royal Water Polo team. He's quite a swimmer. He's held the butterfly breaststroke for a number of years, and came up from the amateur ranks, graduating into the heavyweight division, and has certainly made a name for himself all over the country. The monocle-wearing Lord James Blears. Might add, quite a surfing expert, too. Entering into many of the games in Hawaii. Go behind, and a cradle by Romero. Notice Romero ducking his head in there as Lord Blears tries for a headlock. But though these boys are very clever and fast, you're seeing a couple of heavyweight speedsters in these boys. Lord Blears uses a leg hold that he calls the Oxford leg strangle for most of his finishing holds that he uses to win and defeat his opponents with. Whereas Enrique Romero has a shoulder hangman's hold, he calls it. He gets them up across his shoulder, one shoulder, not both shoulders like some fellows do, with their chin and their back dragging, and he calls it the hangman's hold because he does have from the chin. It's very effective, and it's always good for the fall. Those are the two special holds to look for in this match. A tremendous turnaway crowd tonight, and a are enjoying every minute of this scientific match. Oh, Lord Blears, a series of flying mares, but it's Romero kicking out very fast and back to his feet. And Romero falling for one of the oldest tricks in the wrestling game is Lord Blears. The little sharpie from Manchester, England, pats Romero on the back, and Romero walks around smiling. He says to himself, well, it's been a long time since I fell for that one. A foot in the middle of the back, an old French trick. Lord Blears very good with the foot coming up to the back. Also a backward mule kick that he uses to the midsection a lot of times. They're not roughhouse tactics at all. They're just sharp tricks that Blears learned while wrestling through Europe. Smoky Joe Woods having a little trouble keeping out of the way of these two boys. Wrestling stars of the 60s, and this match featuring the sensational young Mexican wrestling star Enrique Romero and the veteran of the mat, Lord James Blears.
5 minutes on 5.
It's beautiful to watch wrestlers like this because in a match like this you realize the tremendous importance of leverage and balance as well as conditioning. Leverage and balance, which is the big thing of wrestling. That's the main thing that a wrestler, it takes years of experience to accumulate and build up, because it's that instinctive knowledge of how to move your body with your opponent so as to relieve the leverage and pressure. You watch these two wrestlers, you have to admire the tremendous amount of training and skill that goes into their repertoire because, as we told you before, neither one of them relies any way whatsoever on roughhouse tactics. Double arm stretch by Lord Blears. Romero's shoulders almost down. Smoky Joe Wood down close, watching very carefully. According to your cards and letters, this is the type of wrestling match that you enjoy, one that shows the real ability of the wrestler and not by a stroke of roughhouse tactics of being able to take the measure of an opponent. Blears' shoulders almost down. Romero maneuvered around to where he almost... Once again, off in the kickoff by Romero. Catches Lord Blears right in the chin. There's holding his chin and mouth. I think it caught him in this 1 foot almost in the corner of the mouth. Side wrist lock and a rollover and a head scissor by Romero. Lord Blears seems to be able to get a little extra punch out of those legs of his when he crosses them that way, straightens them out, gives him just that little extra drive. Over the rope to the body, flying body tackle as Romero switches into a fast side headlock. These boys really have to watch those shoulders with Smokey Joe. He's right down on the job all the time.
That's not that.
Once again, Romero off the ropes, fast side headlock. And the switch over. Lord Blears trying to outmaneuver the Mexican boy. Drops down, but it's Romero right over him. Switches right into the side headlock.
10 minutes on, 5 to go.
Step over to rollover by Blears, coming up into a leg arm lock. And the knee down across the arm of Romero. Blears working hard. Time's running out. Lord James Blears continuing to work on the arm of Romero.
4 minutes to go.
4 minutes to go. Blears twisting, maneuvering that arm around. Romero trying to get over, to get Blears out of balance with a kick into the back of the neck, and down goes Romero. Romero very proficient at the flying tackles and the drop kicks also. Spoke earlier of his favorite hold that he used for finishing off his opponent, but he's always also very good with the flying tackle and the drop kicks. Uses a nice mixture of wrestling holds too. And a quick switch over, and it's Romero with the arm stretch on Lord Blears. Lord Blears moving to his feet. Not taking advantage of the ropes, although he was almost to them. 3 minutes to go. Looked like for a moment Lord Blears was going to have Romero for the full length of the time, but Romero coming out with a quick switch, and now it's Romero holding the arm drag on, arm stretch, pardon me, on Lord Blears. And Lord Blears hollering, tally ho, watch the shoulders. Blears with another perfect example of leverage and balance, almost using the hold that Romero was holding to pin Romero, but Romero getting that little extra in there, forcing Blears back to the mat. Two minutes to go. Blears almost reaching for the ropes, then says, no, I can't break this without the ropes. No go. Lord Blears fighting, kicking, trying to get in a position to make a roll out. Well, we told you earlier this is going to be a test of real wrestling skill, and that's what it's been every minute of the way.
1 minute to go.
1 minute to go. Both boys on their feet, both working. And it's a leg drop by Lord Blears on Romero as he comes off the rope. Wrestling Holt was made famous by Irish Pat Fraley. Don't say it much anymore, but Blears used it to its very good advantage. Then as Romero was coming off the rope, dropped down with both legs, scissoring the leg of Romero as he was coming off trying for a flying tackle. And Blears pulling the leg of Romero, almost back over, touching his head again with foot of Blears placed into the knee of Romero to get that little extra added pressure. Romero switching out into a side headlock, both men back their feet off into the rope, and coming off with a flying tackle and catches Blears almost in the head, and Blears put out over the rope at the bell. So there's no pin. It was Lord Blears put out over the rope at the bell. Here's our ring announcer, Way Meadow, to give us the decision of the referee. And the referee calls the bout a drop.